So yeah, player ratings, people. Let's go with Leno first. You know, I'm gonna give Leno a bro. I'm gonna give Leno a 9, bro. I'm gonna give Leno a 9 because you didn't have too much to do. I always worry when keepers don't have too much to do. Is there gonna be a level of focus? And you saved us. And I think his distribution was good. Maybe at 9 OTT. I think a 7. You know, let's say an 8. That was a big save. I'm gonna give Leno a 8. Maybe a 9 is doing too much. Cedric, I feel Cedric was poor today. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I'm going to, freeze a bit OTT, but I'm going to give Cedric a 4, people. So get your Leno and Cedric ones in, people, first and foremost. First and foremost, man, I saying 8. Man, I saying 7, 8, 8, shameless thing, 10 out of 10, fair play. Leno was a 10 commanding and a clean sheet. Man are saying 4 for Cedric, 5 for Cedric. I think 4 is cool. He weren't terrorized by the Newcastle man, but I don't think he offered anything, really. Didn't offer anything. He had a banana foot. He kind of was stressed out, in my opinion. So a 4 for Cedric. I don't think he nailed his place down, people. David Luiz. Luiz, for me, I think he's another one that deserves an 8. Apologies, my light is dropping again. Sellotape not doing its job. Oh, well. For me, David Luiz gets an 8. I think he was superb. He had a lot, fair enough. Andy Carroll isn't the most prolific, but he's a physical handful. And I think Luiz from minute 1 rose to the occasion. I also feel Pablo Mari was superb today as well. So he also, with his centre-half partner, is going to get an 8. Only 4 games, as I said earlier, don't know his true level, but he was calm, composed, collected, some good passes. Him and Luiz were being better playmakers than a couple other people. So I think Marie deserves an 8 personally. Marie and Luiz, until the subs came on, they were the man of the match for me, people, give or take, with Tierney. And I feel even Tierney needed 10 minutes to wake up. I think them man there, not that Tierney didn't play better or they didn't play better. I think them man there needed we're just on it from the start. I think a 6 is harsh. I think a 10 is OTT, but we're all allowed our opinions. A 5 for Cedric's fair. I think he's punching with that personally. Maybe it's because I'm a fullback and I'm looking at it with a bit more of a fine eye. But yeah, an 8, 8's for my man, 7's, 6 is a bit harsh for Luiz. I think Luiz did his thing. Cedric was suspect. 8 is right, 9 for Leno. To be fair, I think Luiz and Marie had much to do. He's a goalie, so he can't save more than Newcastle give him. But I think them man were just a slight. I think they all deserve the same rating, but I think maybe even them lot were slightly better or a higher 8 than them man there. Tierney, I'd give Tierney a 9 personally. I think like them 3, he was also good, but I just feel he deserved about 4 or 5 assists today. He was quality going forward. He obviously got an assist, so you could say 8 plus a bonus point. I personally feel a 9. A 9. I don't do half ratings, my guy, but probably about right. There's that. I'm gonna get into that, my guy. Nice versus Mets. I'm gonna get to watch that. Saliba looks like he's playing all right so far, based on what I'm being told by someone who is watching the game. But yeah, nines. I do think he should have been made. He should be made captains. 8.5s, 9s. Can't complain. If anyone deserves a 10 and he gets to be up there, I have to discount because I think everybody collectively has to shoulder some sort of responsibility for having to go into extra time and all of these things. But a 9, who else are we missing out? El Nene. I think a calm 5. He weren't amazing. I don't think El Nene was poor today. I think El Nene was cool. 5. I think El Nene did all right. Could have showed more on the ball, but all these are all things that El Nene simply doesn't have in his arsenal. So I think El Nene gets a 5. I think Joe Willock gets a 4. First touch, basic passing. He struggled for quite a long time with that. I think Joe didn't seize his opportunity. I think Joe and Cedric in particular struggled would be the right word to put it nicely. Willian, where were you, broski? Where were you? Like, where was Willian? I don't know where Willian was. Willian, I think at least Joe Willock and Cedric showed themselves. I don't want to scapegoat Willian. I just feel Willian was poor today, quite anonymous, and went on the ball, didn't see anything. And judging by what you lot are saying about Willock and Nels and Willock and Willian, I'm being quite nice. I think a 1, -1, all them things there are overrated. But yeah, it's a free thing, man. He's just dead. He was dead. It was just dead. It's the same old with my man. Can't take on a man losing a yard of pass, a yard of pace. Just the same old in certain man's category. Nelson, I think a 5. You put yourself around, but again, first touch and those sorts of there's little bits of plays that you need to have in your game to take it to the next level. Nelson is struggling, so I'll give Nelson a 5. He put himself around, but he's another one that could probably, you know what, Nelson's flirting between a 4/5. To be fair, I need to watch the game again. Nelson's one's got to go to VAR for me personally, because the left hand of me is saying, yo, he was a 4, my guy. The right side is saying he was slightly better than a 4. He was a 5. He was still kind of poor. I'm playing with the devil on that run there. 5, 5s, 5, 6. I think 6 is a bit harsh. I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but it really is. It's really a VAR one for Reece Nelson. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. It could be a 4. I'm gonna watch the game again. The left is saying 4, the right is saying 5. My away from rating it, I think he put himself around. I think he tried. I'd have like even Willian. They haven't been playing consistently, so there's an element of match rhythm not there, but it's just not good enough. Like to take your game needs to go up to the next level, And I'm not asking you to be Saka with things, but you need to take your chances when given. I know it's difficult, but you still need to take them. Pepe, I'll give Pepe a 6. I feel Pepe was decent. I feel 7's a bit OTT. I feel Pepe was all right, shooting, still not hitting the target, but I saw a different Pepe. He tried to, he had a work rate today. At one point in the first half, he looked like someone that was going to be the guy to make something happen. So I think, Pepe could even get a 7, but I'd personally give him a 6. I think he was all right today. He tried. I saw a bit more proactiveness. I saw someone that got a bit more tired, that's getting tired of not playing, So yeah, man. I think it's a 6. Lemon is being harsh. That's what the quality needs to be there, and that's why I can't disagree. If man are gonna give Nelson a 4 and them thing there, can't say a 5. I think definitely you let yourselves down. You let yourself down there with that one. I know they say I look like Pepe, but I'm not related to him. My guy, very funny guy. We got a wise guy here. Shout out yourself, Tyler Square. I like you. Don't lose your place in the DG Nation. I know I have a laugh and joke, but calm it down. If I wish I had Pepe's money as well, but I don't. Pepe gets a 6 again, and I don't know. Again, crucially, we need to not have bias. Just because you don't like Pepe doesn't mean you need to hold that against him. Just because you don't like William doesn't mean you hold it against him. There's plenty of players we've just spoken about that I'm not convinced on, but you have to keep it fair, really and truly. So moving forward away from that, Reece Nelson, William, we've discussed him. Aubameyang's another one. I think you can give him a 6. He put himself around, was really anonymous. Bit more of a fight back in the second half. Fought for his goal. He could get a bonus point. He could get a bonus point of a 7 because he scored. But really, I think it's a 6. So I'm going to go with that, really and truly. You're allowed that. You're allowed to have that opinion, Lemon. You're allowed to. But you... Oh, trust me, I know I'm a handsome guy, but some people like looking at me more than others, and sometimes people's gal and wives like looking at me. That's why they come here and start hating on me, man. Yeah. Moving away from that, though, yeah, I think that's it in relation to the starters. Really and truly, these subs weren't really on long enough, but you've got to give Smith Rowe, match winner. He gets a 9 as well. He came off the bench. Lacazette for me, give him a 9 as well. Came with some energy. Saka involved in both goals, but I'd probably give him an 8, rank it down a bit. He was involved in the build-up for the first goal. His ball over to Aubameyang actually kept it going. I don't quite think Saka was a 9 because he did have some... he came off the bench and did more, but I think Saka can play better. He got an 8. Granit Xhaka, to be fair with you, I'll give Xhaka a 7. I think Xhaka played quite well when he came off the bench and made things happen and showed these other midfielders, regardless what you think about Xhaka, this is why I'm starting. I feel all the 4 subs in particular, they were playing like the players that are not getting any game time and want to play. So I give credit to all 4 of these, man. I think Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Saka and Xhaka, it's always a tongue twister, did quite well in that regards, people. So yeah, man of the match for me, it has to be Tierney because he was leading by example. But I personally feel these two are not going to get the praise they deserve. But we should be waxing lyrical about these, man, based on today, isolated to today. Leno, you didn't have too much to do, but big up yourself for the save. You know, you three, mainly you two, but you three didn't nail down your spots. Can't complain if you don't play. We need another color for you, man. Running out of colors, we'll put you in red. You know, didn't take your opportunity, an encouraging performance, but still not really levels. You scored, calm. You know, subs, you did your thing. It is what it is in that regards, man. You know, and that's the problem with me and Pepe. Normally, he's just resigned to defeat and accepting how things are going to happen. I saw a bit more desire. I saw a bit more hunger. I saw a bit more proactiveness. Shooting, not hitting the target, and, you know, decision-making can improve, but I saw a better performance. So, isolated to this game, this is what I feel them man there got, people. That's what I feel them man there got. So, on that note, that's them in it. So I think that's what 105. As you look can see, I've got a busy night, people. You know, I've got to clip this all up, find all of this, clip it all up, and then just for some of you to be able to listen to and stuff. The things I do because I love you guys, people. But I can't lie, I'm gonna get some food first. So that's that in relation to the player ratings, people. That's that. In fact, let's put that at 106. Just because I like you guys and I want it to be that, but that much longer. So yeah, 106. So yeah, man, it's always interesting for me. Yeah, he does, bro. He does, because can't lie, he's a better player. Like, I don't know if you're gonna play Mari or go with Luiz or do the holding stuff, but Gabriel walks back in. If Gabriel plays poorly, of course, there's nothing there. But let's be real, Gabriel's done this thing for months since he's come here. Them man, they're doing it for games. You know, Partey walks back in, you know. Well, we'll talk Saliba and these things soon, man. Saliba's not the talk, but yeah, man, that's what I believe. You know, I don't get hung up on form. Obviously, Mari deserves to keep his way, his place in the team. But personally, once he gets in, that's what I'm saying, people. You know, someone said you're a bit hard on the scorers. Well, I'm never going to be one of these guys who just going to wank when we're playing well and getting overexcited, or one of these guys that's going to get too negative. That's what I feel these man played with. You know, how an 8 to you might be a 7 to me, a 9 to me might be an 8 to you. Football is different. You know, I see you lot chat a lot of shit with you lot's ratings 9 times out of 10, but I respect everyone's opinion and we're seeing it the same way. You lot, by all means, criticize my opinions, criticize my ratings. I'm definitely not above criticism, but one thing I don't like is when man force people into their way of thinking. I'm not saying you, I'm just letting it be. No, nobody is going to force me to think away. If you provide me with evidence and I look at what I'm saying, I'll change my mind, but no one's just going to force me. I don't know you lot from nowhere. It's as simple as that, really and truly. That's my ratings, people. You know, and it's interesting. Look, some man are saying 7s. We got 6s, which I feel is harsh. Look, you've got an 8, which to be fair, he could get an 8, but I don't feel that's the case, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, 6.5, definitely feel he's better than that. You know, an 8. Is there any much difference between an 8 and a 7? I think he's an 8. You know, you thought he's better than Xhaka. That's fair. Saka's involved in both of the goals. That's why he's there for me. You know, 8 is cool. It's all cool. You know, and for me, they're the two. The main fact is them two deserve all the credit. We should be laxing Liverpool about the 2 centre halves, really.